When Pamela Butler disappeared in mysterious circumstances, the facts seemed straight out of a crime thriller. She'd been captured on CCTV entering her home, then vanished. As a computer technician for the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, Pamela, 47, lived in Washington, D.C. She earned good money and added to her income with property investments. She liked routine and lived a very orderly life, which is why, when she didn't appear for a family meal, alarm bells rang. Pamela had been last seen on the 12th of February 2009. Her sophisticated home surveillance system, which had cameras fixed on all her doors, recorded her boyfriend Jose Angel Rodriguez-Cruz visiting on the 13th of February. They had met online and had been dating for about 5 weeks. When questioned, Jose said Pamela had broken off their relationship on the night of the 13th of February. He said it had come as a surprise, but they'd parted as friends. The CCTV confirmed that Jose had left about 11:30 that night. But footage didn't show Pamela leaving the house again. Jose was seen entering her home 3 times in the days following her disappearance. He said he was collecting his belongings and was seen carrying large bags. Police treated Jose as a suspect. At first, he cooperated with them, even agreeing to take a polygraph lie detector test. Then he changed his mind and said he felt he was being set up by police. However, there was something disturbing in Jose's past that made police continue their investigations. His wife had gone missing 20 years earlier, and he was the sole suspect. Marta Ide Rodriguez, 26, vanished from Arlington, Virginia, on the 26th of May 1989, when Jose was 23. She and Jose had a son, Hansel, who was then 4. At the time, the couple were estranged and she'd accused him of domestic violence. Jose claimed she'd gone abroad. He told his son his mum had fallen in with drug dealers and had left them. Then, in 2000, a woman used Marta's name to get a driving license in Florida. Police got in touch and the woman said she was Marta and was okay. They didn't compare photos of her with pictures of Marta, but the missing person report was cancelled. It was later found the woman was a relative of Jose's. In April 2017, Jose was charged with Pamela's murder. 6 months later, he pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, admitting he'd beaten and strangled her after an argument. Her family believed the argument was over their breakup and the fact that he didn't have a job. Jose was sentenced to 12 years in prison, but had to reveal the location of Pamela's body as part of a plea deal. He led police to Interstate 95, in Stafford County, Virginia, where he said he'd buried the body on a median, a central reservation. But the area had since been dug up and built on, so it seemed unlikely Pamela's remains would be found. However, Virginia State Police told the Washington, D.C. investigators that unidentified human remains had been found near the same spot in 1991. It was a coincidence that couldn't be ignored. The remains couldn't be Pamela's, they were discovered before she'd disappeared, but in 2018 DNA analysis showed they belonged to Marta, Jose's missing wife. And in November 2020, 3 decades after her killing, Jose, now 54, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. Present in the courtroom was Pamela's brother Derek, who had raised awareness of the similarities between the disappearances of Pamela and Jose's wife. Jose was sentenced to 40 years in prison for Marta's killing. After completing his time for Pamela's death, he starts serving his sentence for Marta's. After 30 years, Marta's case was finally closed. Pamela's body hasn't been found and police say it's unlikely it will be. But their killer's past came back to haunt him.